Welcome to the live Q&A show with Rabid.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome. What's happening? How's everyone doing? So, I was hoping the poll would only show up on one screen, not the other, but it totally wiped out my other screen, so I failed there. On the bright side, I didn't start 4 streams, so it looks like I'm starting to figure out this new version of Streamlabs. That's awesome. Let's scroll up, see what we got for a roll call. It is Sunday. We're doing a Q&A. So let's see your questions. Now, oh my gosh, what is the very first name here? And I bet you I know who it is, but I just can't see it. So I'll go to the other one. There we go. Yes, I knew exactly who it was. So first up, we do have Budweiser. Andres 23007. What's going on? Alexander Fleener, Skirm, Rud Putz, MC. What's going on? Scrolling through, we got Squirrel Master, Squirm. What's happening? Again, I repeat sometimes. I'm trying not to, but I do it. Scrolling through, you guys are talking away like crazy, all you first comers. You guys are here early. That's crazy, but awesome. We got the Pirate here. We got Golden Wolf. What's going on, Golden Wolf? Squirrel Master, what's happening? I Show Slow, Skirm, what's happening? I Show Slow, Skirm. Crypto King, what's going on over there? Crypto Crag, what's happening? Red Putz, listening to working on the farm right now, listening. Awesome. You guys are talking about Panda's stream was emotional. What happened over there? I missed it. I've been trying to get things ready and kind of wake up also. I slept in a little bit today. So curious to you guys' inputs. What was going on? I Show Slow, scrolling through. My best friend, what is happening? Dumpster Fire, what's going on? Jock McMiner UK, Ogre MGTOW. If I miss anyone, just yell at me and stuff like that. It was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna have to catch the recap or something. I missed everything. You guys are talking like wicked stuff here. So still keeping the office warm with some ETC Zill mining. Great. Budweiser. Yeah, awesome. So what's going on, guys? We're gonna do some Q&A. I don't really have much to talk about. I don't know why my vote isn't updated on my other screen, so that's messed up. So let's just see what you guys oh yeah, look at. So I was curious what you guys would choose for all this. And I see so far anyway, the winning so far 39% is in ASICs, 21% is in CPUs. We got 16% in GPUs and 24% is in describe if 2 of 3 or all 3. So those of you that said, describe 2 or 3 or all, well, what did you pick? Why did you pick that? 24% of you decided, 2 of 3. I couldn't add more options, but I think the winning option in my mind probably would have been ASICs plus CPUs. That's kind of what I was going there. But I'm assuming that's probably what the 2 of 3 or something you guys were picking as well. How is your car doing? My car, I don't have a car, so not good. I don't have one, but yeah, we'll see. Automatic beats all day. A lot of big things happening at RTM. Stay tuned. Yeah, what's going on, Skirm, with the update? Is that they having a live stream today? They're going to be announcing that, or is it still going to be another week thing? I know the previous update was supposed to happen last week, and then it got delayed, which makes sense. These things can't just happen. It takes time to implement things and get things coordinated between multiple parties, especially large ones. So waiting for that update to see exactly what's going on. I kind of have an idea what might be going on, but I don't know. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, is that going to be announced today, or do you still got to wait another week? What's the inside scoop? What do we got here? Can't wait to buy a miner from Miner Bros once I save up for the KD Box Pro. Yeah, Miner Bros. What do you guys think of that commercial? I put a lot of work. I know it's a short. It's only like 30 seconds, but it took a while to do. And I thought it was kind of funny. I watched it like 4 or 5 times myself when I was finally done saying, yeah, this is kind of funny. It makes me chuckle. So I thought it was a pretty good ad there. I'm trying to pre-order an X16. Do I need a coupon code if I use your link? Dumpster Fire. So I'm trying to get more information on that. So as we know, when it comes down to the X16, use the link. I do have code RabidMining for Jingle Mining is supposed to be 1% off. I'm not sure how it works with the pre-orders. Now, people work, shipping is fairly high. So I don't know if you can order through the link and then contact support. So Victoria, whoever is that, who's running Jingle Mining support, Sean, and I can't remember who the other one is. Candy might be. I don't remember. But if you contact them, they might be able to drop the shipping fees some more. So keep that in mind. So do that and then try to contact, one of the Jingle Mining support staff. But remember, it's New Year's over there in China, so you're probably not going to hear back or anything till the end of the month. But at the same time, what do you do at that point? Do you pre-order now? Or are they going to be out of stock? All this stuff, because, a lot of people want those X16s, so they look pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't know. But it does sound like if you contact support, you can get like a reduction across that shipping, which is obviously a big bonus through just displayed on the website. So keep that in mind. A+ to the ad. Yeah, I thought that was fun. It was a lot of fun to make that. It took a while to kind of get the camera at the right angle so I could catch certain things. And yeah, it was awesome. Awesome thing. Yeah, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Rabid, check your RTM node. Which node? Oh, like my full node myself or the main one? So I wanted to run through that. I actually have it all set up. So if we go into Pecunia here, I don't know. Sometimes I want to call it like a petunia or something, but it's Pecunia. The node looks fine. My last paid was a day ago. I got 1 hour till my next pay. It's been up for about 20 days now. Now, sometimes this is glitchy, so I don't know if it's I didn't write it down when I started it, but it's been legit. Sometimes the other day it was like, it says it was live already for like 50 days. I'm like, what? And then, it went back. So I don't know what's going on. The uptime is sometimes glitchy, but I think it's been around 20 days. And I've made 18,000 RTM from that. So that means a little bit less than a reward per day. So if you don't know how this works, the nodes do get 1,000 RTM on every block found. Now there's over 720, I believe it's like 720 or something like that, daily blocks found per day. So if there's more nodes and blocks being found per day, obviously you're not going to find one every day. It goes in a queue order. And so if there's more nodes online than blocks per day, it will slightly go into the next day. So it's getting longer and longer as more nodes do come online to bring that. And here we can see 20-day uptime, 18,000 RTM, which is slightly over a day to get those rewards. So that kind of puts that out there. I also got iNodes going on here. So I did sell, I mentioned that the other day, I did sell some Nexa. If I would have waited, I probably could have got 3x of what I sold it for. So that sucks. But I did pick up myself some more Raptorium. I'm at 183,000 now, courtesy of Nexa. And I've been getting some rewards back on this using iNodes. And here we can see both they're 83, 81, 80, 81, 82. And then every 4 or 5 days, I do send my actual node earnings that I'm getting from here, from my wallet into iNodes to keep stacking up those node rewards on top of everything else with iNodes. So try and stack up as much as you can to get everything earning a little bit of extra passive stuff. It's kind of what I got going on here. Have I mined Epic Cash? No, I have not. I've been looking into it. Depending where you look, one person will say it's super profitable, others won't. It looks like it's okay, but it's probably around 3rd or 4th place in profitability. Now, that doesn't mean it won't pump even higher in the future and make it like that, but I still have a lot to look into. The wallet is how do I explain it? It's a little more, it's not just like downloading the wallet, get your address and go. There's a lot more to it. It's almost like running a node and stuff like that to get your wallet up. So there's a lot more to mining that coin. I believe that's the one I'm thinking of. I might even be thinking of a different coin. I don't know. There's so many coins I'm always checking out and stuff. There's a GUI wallet now, so maybe you don't. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different coin. I don't know. So we'll have to see. Actually, let's go to mining pool stats and see Epic Cash. Where's mining pool stats? Right here. Epic Cash. Epic Cash random X, because we'll be looking at the CPU side of things. What do we got here? 99.9% of known hash rate. Awesome. It's awesome when one single pool owns the entire network. I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic, guys. And because they own the entire network, they're charging 2%. Why not, right? We got all the hash rate. Why don't we just go to 10%? May as well. Everyone wants our pool. I'm just joking, guys. Anyway, so here's Epic Cash on Random X. It looks like a German pool, 51pool.online. Or yeah, actually, what is it? Someone was talking about this. I believe with Epic Cash, what is it? 51 Pool has their own wallet. So you actually technically don't need your own wallet. Now that's a bad way to go about it, but they have their own pool wallet with an account. So you can actually stack your coins there and then send them to an exchange, but that's still holding your coins on a pool and stuff is like holding all your coins with Binance or some exchange. That's a bad idea. So you're always going to want your own wallet anyway. But yeah, I was looking at this. I remember we were talking about this in Discord the other day and I worked it out. So yeah, it's a 3-way coin, which means it's on 3 other algos. We got Random X. Let's just look at this again. Epic. So we got ProgPow for your GPUs. GOOO, I guess that would be like an ASIC side, and Random X. And I believe, what were the rewards distribution? I believe it was 40% CPU, 40% GPU, and I think 20% was the ASICs from what I gather there. And like it swaps every whenever. So it's like 1 minute one algo, 1 minute on the other algo, 1 minute on the other algo. And yeah, it was pretty profitable actually. Maybe it was second place this coin, but again, I never tested it. It's also on Random X, which is requires those 2 sticks of RAM, and then you know it can be a little bit more power intensive than other more efficient coins. So it's hard to say the profitability on it, but I think it was decent. But I never fully minded. That was just based on checking out spreadsheets and doing guesstimations. All right, so we're still hanging out at 42% ASICs, 24% CPUs, 15% GPUs. So yeah, that's pretty much how I expected it. I believe there is a more momentum move from miners, and it's funny how this kind of happens. So I'm back, you know, when Ethereum was here, and all of us GPU miners just racking in GPUs, trying to get GPUs, make more money. Ethereum was extremely profitable, and as soon as you mentioned ASIC or anything, everybody just hated you. Who wants an ASIC? Expensive garbage, crap, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And then now we're moving into where we're in a bear market. You know, Ethereum is gone. You know, there's profitability on ASICs and stuff. And it's like a kind of an evolution of mining, depending on the algorithm and coin that you are. But, you know, there's a more movement from that. I think the other thing that kind of comes into play of more people getting these ASICs or slash FPGA type of ASIC miners, because I believe the Jazz miners are probably more of a FPGA over an ASIC. It's hard to say though. I don't know for sure, but you know, I'm just going to put a slash ASIC FPGA because we got the Ipollo miners, we got the KD boxes. It looks like other than Bitmain, you know, we got Gold Shell, Ipollo, and all out there. They're all gearing more towards the small home miners, which is probably good for marketing. Now, I know we look at these and we compare the KD boxes and stuff versus what's going to happen when the KA3 finally ships. And, you know, Bitmain keeps delaying them. Now the next delay date looks like the 31st of this month. So, you know, 9 days away, they could be shipping. So what's going to happen? And because these are geared towards the smaller miners, yes, if you're like gearing up for straight profitability, running a farm, you're obviously going to want a KA3. But these little miners, you know, you take them home to your apartment, you get 1 or 2, you're not really going to recognize the power explosion on your power bill. So you're going to pay that out of pocket, or you're going to pay that with other cryptos. Like myself, I'll use my CPU coins to cover the power of them. So it's 100% coins sitting for a future run because they don't use that much power. So I think the marketing on a lot of these ASICs changed over to the small miner, the apartment miners, where they're very quiet, they're not very power intensive. And that's where we're seeing more people probably move towards those ASICs because it's just a nice, efficient kind of way to mine and gives more of a entry into crypto over getting a whole bunch of huge rigs and stuff. So I think it's very interesting, the marketing on top of people slowly moving over to that direction. What do we have here? Yo, I have never heard of Yentin. Yentin, yes, I remember that one too. I can't remember if I tried it. There's all sorts of coins always coming out. Let's just check this out. Yentin. Go back to this. Yentin. Now, what is this? Why is this in the back of my mind? I don't know. I don't think I've mined this one. I'm not aware of. Zerg Pool is a top pool. If you're familiar with Zerg Pool, you probably know why it's the top pool right now. So the price is going up, which is interesting because 90% of miners, I guess, on Zerg Pool are mining a coin and they're getting paid out in probably either Bitcoin, Raptorium, or something like that. Seems to be some of the biggest payouts. Some even get stable coins through it. But Zerg Pool's main thing is you mine one coin, get paid in the other. So Zerg Pool being the top pool on any coin, in my eyes, is kind of a bad thing, but the price continues to go up. So, you know, it looks like it's not hurting it too much. It could be maybe twice as high if it wasn't for that. But then again, maybe people are just using it and actually stacking Yentin itself. So as for the coin itself, I have no idea. I remember looking at this before, and I don't remember why, but interesting. Yes Power R16. Yes Power R16. Now, is that CPU or GPU? I get mixed up because there's Yes Power. There's Yes Power R16. There's like 3 or 4 different Yes Powers. And I remember, like, what's Tizen? Let's take a look at Tizen. This will give me an idea of what is what. So this is, yes. So Tizen is actually Yes Power R16. So originally when Tizen and stuff was first being promoted, it was a CPU coin. So everyone's like, yes, Yes Script R16, CPUs, let's roll. Awesome. But it turns out GPUs actually do better on Yes Script R16 than CPUs. But I guess they're closer together than some of the other ones that are kind of both. But I think when you're looking at that, it's more of a GPU coin in terms of efficiency over a CPU. And another thing is, yes, 2 sticks of RAM does affect Yes Script R16 as well. So that's where I recognize the algorithm was coming from Tizen there. But as for the Yentin coin, yeah, I'm not really sure on the whole coin itself. How are the AMD laptop CPUs at mining? Great question. I have no idea. I don't know. They're APU type of, I don't know. I've been trying to get some of those mini boxes with the laptop version AMD Ryzen CPUs, but I don't have one. Now I do have this B-Link U59. It's an Intel CPU. That's what I use to run my nodes on. And B-Link sent that to me like 2 months ago, and I still haven't done a video on it. I got to test the mining performance on it and see that. And they said, you know, if the video does well or something, they'll send me the Ryzen version. I wanted the Ryzen version, not the Intel version, and they sent me the garbage Intel. So whatever. But I got that. It works 100% awesome for nodes. It's what I got my XMR node on right now. It's finished syncing. I'm waiting for my wallet to sync up to the blockchain of the node now. And then that's what I also, when I want to run my own Dero node, that's what I got running on that. So they're awesome for running nodes. Flux nodes will run perfect on them and so on. Raptorium node would run perfect on them. So they're great for nodes. But I do want to test the mining performance of that Intel APU and see how well it kind of does. And so on. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, as for that question, I don't know how the Ryzen laptops do. Now, if they do anything like how the NVIDIA GPUs did, they'd be awesome. The 3060 Ti's and 3060 laptop GPUs are better than the desktops for mining. They're more efficient and they're the same hash rate. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how the actual CPU itself does. Say about Dynex coin pump and mining. Is Dynex coin pumping for real? Let me just have a look here. Dynex coin. The hash rate is pumping, that's for sure. Well, even though it shows the difficulty down, the hash rate is up a lot. Wow. It had one quick spike. So yeah, Dynex has been gaining some momentum, I guess. Do I have the right chart number here? Let's try this. Nope, wrong one. That one, there we go. So we can see the chart here. It has been going up in price, just like most of the market. Then it looks like someone put in a nice buy order here, and then it just dipped 20 cents. That would have been nice, 20 cents, and then it drops back down to where it's at now. But as for the coin itself, I don't know much about it, what it's going on. I have mined it previously a few times in the past. I do actually, not going to lie, currently do have my GPUs on this coin right now. But profitability-wise, it's not the greatest. It is profitable, but it's nothing major. It's very efficient, super efficient coin. Gotta mention that for sure. But I don't know anything about the coin or how it's going to do. Where's my button here? Like, let's try an example here. I believe I got 12 GPUs on it, and it's using like 400 watts. So yeah, it's only using like 400 watts with 12 GPUs, 3060 Ti's, A2000s, 3080, and so on. But it's only making like $2 a day. So it's using over $1 in power. So it's not super profitable. Depending on the price, if it pumps more, it'll be great. But as for the coin itself, I don't know. I have mine at lots in the past. I'm trying it again. I also moved back to Nexa, and then I'm just kind of playing the field to see, you know, where should I keep my hash rate or should I just shut it off? Because I'm still up in the air on that. I'm still in that Caspa life because of yield. Yeah, the yield's good. I don't know when the E300s are supposed to ship or if they have yet, but one thing to keep in mind, especially with that poll there, ASIC, CPUs, GPUs, and so on, Caspa will eventually, it'll remain on GPUs, but a GPU will not be profitable at all, even with free power, because the difficulty, you know, in a couple of years here is going to be through the roof, and it's going to be loaded with FPGAs, potential ASICs, and so on. So yeah, get your yields now while you can on Caspa, because even though it'll still be GPU mineable in the future, it's the difficulty it'll be like Bitcoin or something, for example. Like, you can still mine it on this other hardware. Your hash rate is just garbage compared to everything else and the amount of hash rate that's on it. That's pretty good. My 8x RX 560 rig is using 390 watts at the wall, mining VTC. VTC, what is that? Oh, crap. Too many coins. VTC, is that Vertcoin? Yeah, that's Vertcoin. That's the one coin I hear a lot of people talking about, and I still have yet to try it. Vertcoin. It's that efficient? That's awesome. On, what are those? RX 560s. 390 watts on VTC. That's very efficient. That's interesting. It's funny because remember when Ethereum was here, obviously is the most profitable. We're talking about, you know, the efficiency and how Ravencoin used so much more power, and, you know, Ergo was super efficient. But, you know, when we got to better overclocking and everything, like Flux is more efficient than Ergo. Now we got Caspa, which is more efficient. We got Dynex Coin that seems super efficient. Now we got Vertcoin, which based on that power there, that's efficient as can be. So there's a lot of efficient coins out there, but we really need them to take off. That's the issue. There's so much CPU or GPU hardware out there. It's insane. All right, so we're gonna end this poll pretty soon. Let's see what the final results are. 37% ASIC, 22% CPU. Oh, GPUs are beating CPUs in the poll. Maybe we should leave this a little longer. So 23% of the people think GPUs will come back and overthrow CPUs moving forward. So, you know, that's awesome. I hope they do. Honestly, I hope they do, but I don't think they will. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, all right, we're going to end the poll here. Oh, some people are more voting. Maybe should I wait a couple more minutes? Should I keep this poll going? What do you guys think? Should I do a new poll to ask about the poll? BTC been around, no utility, NFA. I can't wait for the Switchblade miner. Oh, the Hashblade. I think you're referring, Frank, to the Hashblade. Do you guys all know about the Hashblade? I'm sure most of you do. We dropped that video there not too long ago. Actually, a couple of them. No, one was the video and one was we talked about in a few live streams. All right, yeah. So we're going to end the poll now. We're going to see what's going on here. There's the final results. 108 votes. Nice, nice. 108 votes and 85 viewers. Where did everybody go? I must be boring. I apologize. We'll just end the stream now. I'm just kidding. But yeah, the Hashblade. So the Hashblades, depending who you ask or who is talking about it, they'll say either it's a scam or who knows or what ifs or whatever. So as far as I'm aware now, because I do talk to the Hashblade guy back and forth through emails a little while. They are mining on the chip right now. It's still in testing phases. The chip is real. It is there. The pre-orders, they are not doing pre-orders. The pre-order button and everything on their weird website, you know, it looks pretty cheap. They are working on their website, obviously, but it's not for order. It just gives you access. Once you click pre-order, it goes to a page that says something like, we'll notify you when they're available or something. Anyway, they're not taking money. There's no pre-orders going on. People aren't pre-ordering to fund the project or anything like that because a lot of these things are flying around. So it sounds like there's going to be a couple key points when I'm moving forward with those Hashblades. And the first one is April. April will be a critical month in determining if the Hashblades, I guess, are real, if they're going to release. I think they're real. But again, I just got to put all the skeptical stuff into the wording, so we don't know, we don't know 100% for sure. But April will be that critical month. They're supposed to be releasing publicly for the public to see the performance and everything of the actual chips. And that is in April on a USB drive. So they're going to see, the hash rate of a single chip, the power consumption of this chip and stuff, and see how it does on the script algorithm. At that point, once everyone finally sees it, they're going to be going into production. And it sounds like the end of this year. So about 6 months after April, maybe a little bit plus minus, 2 months, will all those chips that you witness on the USB stick will be going onto the hash blades, which is like a GPU, a PCB loaded up with a bunch of these chips. And they're supposed to hash at, for example, I believe one hash blade with the amount of chips is supposed to be around 2 gigahash at like 200 watts or 240 or something crazy efficiently. So, and then on top of that, you just take these hash blades and it's like a GPU. So you rip your GPU out of your rig. You can use a ×1 slot on your normal B250 mining expert motherboards and stuff and just throw them up. Now, I'm also curious, like example for a B250 mining expert, they do hold like 19 GPUs or something, but 6 or 7 of them have to be mining specific cards because I believe it comes down to the motherboard doesn't have enough PCI Express lanes to run full video support on them. That's why you need those ones without that. So I wonder if the hash blade would be able to utilize either those extra slots or the entire motherboard itself, because there's no video output and stuff coming out of these hash blades. As far as I'm aware, they're straight script miners. You get the driver, install it, and go. So example, let's say there's 2 gigahash. So if it's 2 gigahash per hash blade, a current, let's say you have a 6 slot motherboard. So 6 times 2 is obviously 12. So imagine just using a slick 6 slot motherboard with 6 of those hash blades in it. That is 12 gigahash. 12 gigahash. An Antminer L7 is 9.5 for the best model currently. That is more gigahash per that. And so let's say 250 watts times 6, that's for 1500 watts. If those are the specs, like again, we don't know everything. So imagine 12 gigahash at 1500 watts on a normal motherboard, 6 slot motherboard. That would, in theory, destroy anything of purchasing, the L7s when it comes to efficiency. And obviously, the higher your power price, the better these things look. But again, all speculation. We don't know really what's going on. And the first month will be April to really watch out for. Once April hits, and if we do see these chips being unveiled publicly in these USB miners and seeing how well they do and everything, then that sets the stage for, sometime the end of the year. It's 99% chance we will see those hash blades drop this year. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm pumped for them. Like, again, I don't know for sure if they're going to drop. This is just the information I'm getting from them themselves. So a lot of uncertainty still, but April will be the key date to look for about those hash blades. What do we got? April, yeah, red putts, exactly. April 1st, they're going to release them. Oh, I hope not. Or maybe I hope so. That'd be awesome. Actually, that'd be funny. But then that leads us to more things. So if you follow previous, where's ASIC miner value? Out to mine right here. No, I don't want to be kept informed. Kumix, thank you for the 2 EU. Bro, if S1 chips are that okay, LTC will go parabolic. Yeah, for sure. But remember, 60 to 70% of the profitability on the script algorithm is coming from Dogecoin, not Litecoin. I did do that video on the Litecoin halving that's coming up. And, the profitability that's going to happen, like as we know, the coins get cut in half. So unlike Ravencoin, where everything got cut in half, Flux is coming up, everything's going to be cut in half. It's only going to be like a 20% drop on profitability due to Litecoin, because the majority of that, the Dogecoin on script is like what Ethereum was for GPUs. It is the bread and butter of where it all is. Now just because Litecoin is halving, it's not really going to affect that. Now that could also cause, a huge price increase because of the halving, but that's a lot of uncertainty and speculation. It's all in theory. We hope it does, but will it actually? We don't know. Every coin says it's going, it just makes sense. It has to, but it doesn't mean it has to. What makes the coin go up is people buying it. So if people aren't buying your coin, who cares how many times you have it? It's not going to go up in value. So that's what we got to look at. Anyway, let's look at the script miners here. I just want to look at SKRY. SC. I don't know why I said K, but I put in the C. So let's look at Bitmain's kind of how they do things around here. And I have heard background information from some large farms where I get my information from regarding, like I said, FPGAs on Ergo. FPGAs are coming for Caspa. Everyone said I'm full of BS, not happening. Here we are a couple months later, and we're talking about FPGAs and Ergo and Caspa, and they're here. So, a lot of this information seems to be kind of legit. Anyway, there is information. Bitmain is working on a new upgrade to the L7, which makes sense. They're probably trying to get rid of all their old chips that failed right now. That's why we're seeing 8.8 gigahash miners, 9.3, 9 gigahash L7s, chips that failed, the 9.5 version. They're trying to get rid of that, make as much money as possible before everything goes crazy. So I'm not saying Bitmain's going to drop anything. On schedule, usually it looks like they follow it at like a 4-year cycle, just like Bitcoin and stuff. So if we look at like the L3 Plus and stuff, for an example, when did they drop? Where is that? L3 Plus. So the L3 Plus dropped around 2017, which is where, the bull run was. So 4 years later and stuff, they did do minor upgrades like the L3 Plus Plus the following year and so on. But the next big one was the L7, and that came in 2021, which was the next bull run. So their big major upgrades usually happens every 4 years on their script miners. Now, it does sound like they have a massive, like, I don't even know. I can't even remember what the numbers are off the top of my head, but it makes the L7 look like worse than an L3 Plus. Like, it is crazy. Sounds like they have something pretty crazy in the works, but that's set for 2024. That's also why I'm kind of bringing this, because the information sounds like 2024 also. So if the hash blade, though, does actually start to drop this year, we could expect a middle ground miner to drop from Bitmain possibly before the hash blade drops to try to get everybody's money. Obviously, Bitmain doesn't mess around. They know what they're doing. So they might be waiting for all these announcements as well, or maybe they're talking to them. I have no idea what's going on in the background, but Bitmain sounds like there's a monster miner coming in 2024, but they can pretty much, jump the gun and drop a big upgrade to the L7 sometime this year, depending on the outcome of the hash blade that may come later. So these are some other things to keep in mind, which is why I also think, like, as much as I do want an L7 and stuff, I think the wars are about to pick up here sometime towards the end of this year. And if the wars pick up, that means the L7 price will drop, which means that's a better time to grab them. And then these other miners are obviously going to be more efficient. So what do you go with at that point? It'll probably come down to price to performance and stuff. But I think it's going to be a very interesting year for Script. But again, we have to wait till the end of the year to see how this is all going to play out. So just keep these things in the back of your mind. All right, so there were some questions here. What were they? Let's scroll through here. For me, it sounds like Bitmains are mining while the market is low and struggling them out. When the market starts recovering, they sell off all their pre-mined ASICs to capitalize and buy more coins. Very true. No, obviously they're buying on them. They're in testing phases. Of course, they're in testing phases. They're making a lot of money while you mine on them, or a lot of coins, and then so on. So, and ASICs, purchasing ASICs, tips 101. Their price changes fast, very, very fast. So take the K7s. Where are we? Right here. So let's just look at, I wrecked it. Let's go back into here. Let's look at the K7, for example. Like, where are they at now in price? So K7 here. The K7 is currently sitting at, yeah, look at that. So they're over, the cheapest one right now is $6,100 at 8K. Miner Bros has them at 69. Now, depending on your shipping, like if I were to buy somewhere, it'd probably be like $1,500 to ship, which would make Miner Bros look cheaper for me. I'm just saying. But so you got to be really careful when buying from different companies because of that. If you saw that ad, it wasn't a lying ad. It was real. Everything with the Miner Bros is in the price. But this miner on Miner Bros was like $4,900 last week. Crypto has been going up. And so you can see right now, the lowest price is already cheap, more expensive than what it was last week. So the prices on ASICs validate. So if you're looking for an ASIC, a few things you got to do is have your money and everything ready. If you're just, I'm going to hit the purchase button, get ready. And then, all right, now I'm going to do all my conversions and everything from stable coins. If you're paying in crypto or if you're paying for the bank transfer, now I'll go talk to my bank and send it over because I have this whatever window. Have everything ready, because that has happened to a few people in the past already. That's in Discord. So they went to purchase the miner, obviously, and they got it, but the window closed because it happened on the weekend and the bank transfer wouldn't go through and banks aren't open or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden the window closed. The next couple days went by and then the miner went up like an extra $1,000. So all of a sudden now you lost your chance. So have everything ready. When you want to get an ASIC, make sure everything is on hand, ready to go. So when you hit that buy button, you hit that transfer button, it's there. And then you get that price. Don't wait a couple days or in the window time frame or whatever that they have when doing your transfers, because you will then lose your locked value that you're purchasing, and then you'll get dinged because the prices, they go up and down with the market. So if we have a dump again, we'll see them go down, but market's slowly been going up. We're going to see more and more expensive ASIC miners. That's just the way they roll with these. So you really got to get them. We might have missed the boat on getting ASICs at their cheapest price because we're starting to go up. But, like I said, doesn't mean the market won't go back down. That means the miners will go back down. Dogecoin, Litecoin, I believe they're all like all-time high hash rates right now, which is crazy. We're in a bear market and coins are hitting all-time highs in terms of hash rate. So another thing is efficiency. You want to run the highest hash to watt ratio possible at the least amount of power draw to get, pretty much, I guess, depending how you pay for your power, the most amount of coins. Now, if you pay out of pocket, crank it up, whatever, I guess it doesn't matter to you. Wait for that pump, sell, good to go. But it all depends on your situation and how you're mining yourself. Rabid 104 terahash S19J Pros have been hovering around 1,500. Feels like a good time to pull the trigger. Yeah, I don't have a Bitcoin miner. They use so much power though, but I want one bad. And like, I don't even know how to do it. Like 1,500 watts, whatever, 2,000 watts. That's a lot of power depending on the miner. I want one just to solo mine. Like, seriously, I don't even know why. It sounds like the stupidest idea. Now there's I've been running a conspiracy thing in my head for the past couple of days, ever since the ZIL thing and everything released and pools and all this. And if you remember back a long time ago, you never really used to be any pools. You'd have to set up if you wanted to mine crypto, you'd have to run your own node on whatever you wanted to mine and solo mine to it. That's how you did it. Or people would have public nodes, which was the early phases of pools. Everyone would mine to this node. But then all of a sudden pools came out and then you got fees. And then all of a sudden, we have MEV and pools are robbing everyone. Then you have this and then pools are whatever, regardless, end of the day. And then it comes down to, if you're mining to a pool versus solo mining, it all works out in the end, but you got to mine to a pool because you need those little hash rates. And then I started thinking, and then you're mining to a pool and you see he's hitting, multiple solo blocks, but you maybe not would have got that yourself. So I'm just wondering, clear the air. I'm thinking about, what if I just went back to the basics? Anything I want to mine, what if I run my own node and just solo mine it? Ignore the entire mining pool BS altogether and see if I make more crypto. I am curious about that, because then obviously you don't have any fees. It's 100% yours. And then on top of that, we all talk about it's going to be impossible to hit a block. It's going to be impossible to do this. You have to use a pool. Who started that? It almost sounds like a government thing where you have to do this. We're getting this stuff embedded in our head. So that's the one main thing I'm starting with my XMR node is I'm going to get my own node up and running, which is all synced now. I'm going to start solo mining XMR. This is the start of my test on maybe we're just being lied to from the start from pools. I have no idea. So I just want to start from the basics, mine to my own pool, ignore the whole pool process and go from there and see how this kind of plays out and if I lose or not. So it's going to be interesting, I think. I think it's a nice test. But again, obviously, you want to get your rewards. You want to stay consistent, use a pool. But, where did this first start from? Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I'm just full of, maybe I'm just full of BS all the time. I think this is the way I think, and I always want to figure things out. But yeah, this is my mining process, and this is how I learn and do things. You got to fail to get back up and do it the other ways and so on. So, I might fail, I might not. We'll see. Anyway, so continuing on. What do we got going on here? GPU mining is almost dead. See, That's an interesting one. So GPU mining, it depends who you ask and how much money they have invested in the GPUs will determine, I guess, the answer you receive. So this is how I currently look at GPU mining. I feel if the merge was to happen, even at the peak of 2021, the profitability would be hardly anything, 40 cents or something. Like, you would not be very profitable. Ethereum was that big. Now the current coins, yes, there's halvings coming across them. I feel in terms of now GPU mining won't die at all. Like, these coins need GPUs to transfer all that. It's just that none of these coins have the market caps or values of what Ethereum was. It was huge, and so much hardware came in for Ethereum. The hardware came in for Ethereum. It didn't come in for Ravencoin. It didn't come in for Flux. It didn't come in for Ergo. Everyone bought GPUs and slammed them onto Ethereum, and then maybe had the odd GPUs, trying these other coins out. So Ethereum disappeared. You had a massive chunk of hardware on a single entity paying out a lot of money, compared to every other coin combined was a fraction of that one main coin. Now you got the hash rate spread out everywhere, and a lot of it is shut off just waiting. So just because we might see some profitability coming up, it doesn't mean it's going to last very long, because all that hardware some of it might start turning off and on. Like myself, I've been off. I turn on sometimes to test stuff, turn back off. A lot of you guys say you're not selling anything. We're bullish on GPUs. Let's go GPUs to the moon and so on. So a lot of hardware, it's different than last time. We were still kind of profitable in previous bear markets, but the end of Ethereum destroyed that. That is worse than any bear market that GPUs have seen. This is the worst thing ever. And this isn't even a bad bear market compared to previous ones, because we didn't hit the lows that we usually hit compared to all-time highs to other ones. So we're up in terms of a better bear market, but we're down on profitability because the hash rate is destroying the profitability across GPUs. There's just too many GPUs out there. So no, GPU mining is not dead. It's only dead for people with over an X amount of power. So we got to keep that in mind. So, we're going to see crypto pump. Next bull run, though, I still feel personally, anything could happen. We didn't think Ethereum would smash out to the highs it did. I really don't think any coin will hit those types of levels into the next bull run. Maybe in the following one, 2029, we might see some big jumps there. But I feel the current GPU coins just aren't, I guess, what is it? They're too young to do that. So, some of these coins need like 10x's, 100x price jumps to cover some of the GPUs and stuff on them. So it's going to be insane about that. So GPUs aren't dead. It's just dead depending on your power price. And I feel the next bull run, it's not going to be too great. I think we're going to be probably under $1 per GPU that's if you sell at the all-time high of whatever coin you were mining at the next bull run. And we don't even know what the all-time highs are going to hit, because some coins might not even see previous all-time highs as well. A lot of these coins have only seen a single bull run, so we don't know how they're going to even perform yet. We're all full of speculation and hope at this point. So hopefully it plays out, but we don't know. So I feel, ASICs on some of the other coins, I feel CPUs on a lot of these coins is probably a better option on my expansions leading into the next bull run over the said GPUs, because also moving into 2029 and future, the DAG sizes are going to start growing on most of them. Now, some of them don't grow, but on a lot of the coins, the DAG size is going to start getting too high for some of the current 3000 series and so on. So I don't know. It's a lot of uncertainty out there, but I feel expanding with other options other than GPUs might be a safer bet leading into 2025. Funny how in 2021, everyone was saying FPGA mining was dead. I never turned off my FPGA, and look at me now. Yeah, that's hilarious. I know, because it's funny. It's just the whole, I don't even know how to say it. The whole, I guess, swing and movement, because whatever profitable is now, it's like everyone thinks, oh, it's never going to change. Because remember, each cycle brings in new and more miners, usually. Now, the next cycle might be okay, because I don't think it's going to bring in too many new GPU miners, but it'll probably bring in a lot of other miners. But it brings in more people to crypto in general as each bull run comes into play. So, 2017, a bunch came in, then, bear market hits, everyone's like, oh, crypto's dead, blah, 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 blah. And then in 2021, the same thing happens again. Now, everyone that came in 2017, they've seen this already, and they're helping out the 2021 version of the people coming in, because now we have all the new people and it's bigger. More people come in each cycle because the cycle gets larger and huger and just longer and bigger. So now we have a whole bunch of people coming in at 2021 that's never seen a bear market, and now we're in it, and they're saying crypto's dead. This is happening. It's blah, blah, blah. So 2025 is going to hit again. And then everyone from 2017 and 2021 have seen this cycle, and then they're going to come in, and we're going to get another huge influx of new people to crypto in 2025. And then 2026 will hit, and we'll be in another bear cycle, and it's going to keep repeating. And we're going to have another influx of people saying how crypto's dead, yada, yada. And then we have the previous cycle of people saying, we've seen this already, guys. Hang in there. This is probably what's going to happen. And then it just, keeps repeating itself. It's better to sell all GPUs and buy crypto. That's also a kind of thing. Now it depends what you think about. Now, I look at crypto mining and everything in two ways, and I opened up my eyes a little bit more in terms of mining that. Now, how do you run it as a business, as a hobby, and so on? So there's two ways to go about it. You could buy the crypto for sure in the bear market, and what's it going to hit? Some might hit 6x, some 5x, some 10x, some 12x, and so on. But what if, like right now, you buy that hardware, you buy the KD Box 2, you buy a K3, you buy a K7, you buy an S19 Pro, whatever. You buy the hardware now. We're talking more into ASICs here. But then the bull run comes. You're mining, you're acting, right now, you're pretending. We're all talking about Bitmain does this. They make a lot of money, blah, blah. They're mining out. Do exactly what they do is pretty much what I'm doing here. All these miners are dirt cheap right now. They're cheaper last week, but crypto's going up. This is how we kind of explained it. But now you get the hardware now. Well, it's very cheap. And then you mine those coins. That coins are going to pump. Like we looked at the K7, mining the coins at the current network difficulty and hash rate. Yes, it's going to go up over time and when the miners ship. But right now, it'll take 13 days to cover that miner if, say, Nervous hits its own all-time high before. 13 days. So you mine on that miner for 13 days, shut it off. And if Nervous hits the exact same price that it last all-time high or higher, you covered that miner. On top of that, say you bought it at that, $5,000 mark. Everyone's going to want this miner because it's so profitable. You sell that miner for $30,000. So now you got a massive pump on your coins you pumped on top of a 5x on the hardware you purchased. Put those two together, you're making yourself a bunch of money. Not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but use these cycles to your advantage and understand people don't really like to buy miners right now because obviously they're not making that much. But in the bull run, they'll gladly pay $30,000 for an ASIC because it's making $5, $6, $10 a day. That makes zero sense. The ROI is longer than even doing it right now because it's so much cheaper. So if you get that now, sell it then, bam, you're quadrupling your profits on the crypto it mined and on the miner itself that you purchased. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on kind of looking at it, but I'm just saying, like, not financial advice, guys. So yeah. Anyway, Rabid, I like you, but I more and more see people moving from proof of work to POS or node mining. It's just too boring buying crypto. Yeah, no, it is boring just buying crypto and do that for sure. As miners, I like mining obviously a lot better than the POS side. And there's some things I want to say about POS. I've said it in some Reddit posts, but I think it would probably make the channel not be here if I said it. So I can't really say too much, but it boils down to decentralization versus centralization. Centralized entities want you on POS because then they have a way to control stuff, and on POW they can't. So the huge push is on POS and centralization when what we want is proof of work and decentralization. I guess that's as far into it as I'm going to go without saying too much. Okay. Oh, speaking of what I just mentioned about the POS and all that, you guys hear about the whole SWIFT thing, which is interesting, which goes around pretty much the exact same thing I just said. So if you're unfamiliar, SWIFT, it's like the largest payment processing thing you do through like bank transfers and stuff. So allegedly it sounds like now everyone is hammering Binance. I've seen the Twitter post. Binance canceled this. You can't do this. You cannot send SWIFT payments to Binance at any value under 100,000 now. So it's like, what average home miner person or whatever has an extra 100,000 that they can just send? Because you need a minimum amount of 100, and it's not going straight to Binance. I guess it sounds like it's SWIFT right across the board to any crypto exchange. You cannot use them anymore unless you have a minimum value of 100K. I know I don't. Do you have just, 100K laying around that you're going to transfer to an exchange to buy crypto? They're limiting the amount of people that can get crypto now, because obviously we know why. We don't want to say why publicly, but we know why this is happening. But there are other options out there. Like myself, I use crypto.com. They do e-transfers, any value. It's fast, but they're trying to get their hands in everything. They're trying to control people and not being able to get in. They're making it harder for people to, get in, which is where mining also comes in. A very huge player right there. That's why mining is massive for this whole decentralization thing, because you mine your coins. You don't have to worry about all that side there. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. With RabidMining, Uranus is the Uranus miner on Duro. Yes, it's the best miner. Oh, jeez. FTX collapse. Who cares if FTX? Okay, this is the way I look at the FTX collapse. If you had your money sit like, I don't want to point the finger at anybody or bad things or anything, but it comes down to the basics of crypto. And this is traders and investors and new people that are just getting into crypto. They don't understand this like miners understand. That's why learning to mine and, following stuff and researching is a way better option into crypto than just, I'm going to buy crypto because this person said so, or my advisor says this or whatever. Because now they don't understand how crypto works. They don't know how to send it. They don't know how to store it. They don't know how to do anything other than, okay, I bought crypto. Now what? That's where they're stuck. So you can't really blame them, but it does come down to the basic principle. Not your keys, not your crypto. If you sent your money to FTX and, you're getting your APIs and stuff there, you gave away your crypto. I do not take my credit card number and give it away to some random person and expect my funds to be safe. You give away your crypto, it's on you. That's my 2 cents. Sorry for all the people that lost their money, but you gave away your crypto and now you expect that for it to be safe. Hold on to your own keys, and who cares? If you're holding on to your own key within your own wallets, you're holding on to your own crypto, and something happens to Binance, something happens to FTX. Who cares? Because you have your own coins. You didn't lose nothing. Yeah, sure, it might take an extra year for another exchange to pop up or whatever to finally sell it, but you at least still have your coins. You did not lose anything because your coins are still there. That's how I look at all that. Hold on to your own coins, and then you won't have to deal with all that stuff. And that's the whole thing too. Proof of reserves, proof of this. All this is an idea for them to think, okay, send your coins to me. It's a marketing scam. They want your crypto on their exchanges. One, maybe they want to scam you, or two, they just, it's how they make money, trading. People have crypto there, they'll make trade a little bit more. They want you to send your coins to them. Just don't do it. So anyway, yeah, okay. You got burned with Celsius. Yeah, a lot of people did. So just, hold on to your coins, guys. So it's kind of hard to say that. And I know people are down because they did lose a lot of money, but in the end, it's your fault. It is your fault you lost all that money because you either didn't look into how crypto works and you gave away your crypto in the first place. So yeah, sorry. Anyway, enough about that. Satoshi did not create Bitcoin to keep it on exchange. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, so what else do we got here? If people do not want to use hardware wallets, which 50% does not, then they should not cry when it is lost. Even me made a video explaining this, but people are still ignoring, stubborn. Yeah, for sure, 3FoxCo, for sure. And, a lot of the ledger and stuff, like they don't support all the coins out there, which we wish they could. They only support, the top 100 or 200 or whatever. And majority of them are a lot of ERC20 tokens and so on. But, Bitcoin, it holds it. You have Bitcoin, put it on a ledger or something, guys. Monero, put it on a ledger, the GUI wallet as well. And that's the other thing I'm doing with my XMR is I'm also, because I'm running that node, I also got my wallet using my node as the data for the blockchain, which is the most decentralized way you can do it and the most privacy way you can do it. So on top of that, I'm just doing everything, I guess, my own for now on. Like I said, I'm gonna try this XMR solo mining thing and see how it plays out. And maybe I'll get super lucky. Maybe I won't. Maybe the luck terms that we're used to are actually false and we're a lot more luckier than we originally thought. And because of it, I don't know. There's a whole can of wormholes I'm kind of opening here. But in the end, I'm pretty sure I'll fail because it'll take a long time to hit XMR blocks. But I'm going to try it and see, because you don't know unless you actually try it. So I'm going to try it. Yes, Tangem. They actually contacted me about there. And I was kind of iffy at first. It seemed kind of weird, but at the same time, a few people have been saying, it's pretty good. So I don't know for sure, but I'm going to try to see if I can check out that wallet. It's interesting. It's like a card, 3 cards, a few cards, and it's a hardware wallet. It does support a lot more proof of work coins than the mainstream hardware wallets. But yeah, it'll be very interesting. So we'll see what happens. Kind of wormholes. Which coins for GPU mining? I don't know. Like, honestly, do your research, try to figure out. I don't know what's going to pump. I don't know what's not going to pump. Flux has potential to see massive pumps. Flux could pump a massive amount in the next bull run stuff, because they are doing something a lot different than a lot of the other coins. But at the same time, there seems to be a lot of pump around Flux, but the price isn't really. It's seen a nice gradual increase over time, which is a good sign, but it's not seeing, it's going to support all the miners anytime within the next 20 years type of support. So, it all depends on, your view of the blockchain. I don't think it's going to do an explosion like Ethereum did, especially not in 2025, but I don't know. It could. It does have probably the best chance of the GPU coins to see that type of explosion. I just don't know if it will. Maybe in 2029, maybe in the following after. But I think 2025 is going to be a big struggle for miners, thinking that, GPUs are going to be amazing again. And I think there's going to be a huge wake-up call when 2025 and the bull run hits. Raven, I'm surprised Raven did what it did the other day. It was up 17% or something. I was like, whoa, Raven coin's exploding. Because usually, I didn't really have much high hopes for Raven, especially after the last bull run. If you're unfamiliar, let's just take a look at this. Let's go to Raven coin price. Actually, I guess I think I could just check that out on my own website, I think. So if I just come into, actually, I don't know if it has the all the way back type of thing. I'm going to try it anyway. Let's go crypto, CoinMarketCaps, open new tab, load this up. We got Raven coin in the house here. Here's Raven coins. We're going to open that up. Bam. Opening up Raven coin. Hey, yeah, should I buy and can I buy and sell in here myself? Let me try this. I haven't clicked on this yet. Oh yeah, that's right. It's linked to Changely. So yeah, you can do that on my website. Interesting. Anyway, going back in. Coming back in, we're gonna go to the 1 year, loading data. Oh yeah, I only go to the 1 year. I don't have the high. So are we past the bull run? When was the all-time high on this unit? All-time high on Raven was, yeah, it's past. It's past. So I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to go and actually use CoinMarketCap for this. I only go back 1 year on my chart, sadly. Have to fix that. Oh, now I'm all in dark mode here. All right, so we're going to look up Raven. Raven protocol, Raven coin. Here we go. We're going to go to all. Here we go. All right, come into here, come into here. So here is, I guess, Raven coin 2021. Now this is just before Bitcoin hit its first all-time high. Now Bitcoin actually hit an all-time high twice. It hit a new all-time high, then it went down, and then it hit its absolute all-time high. And this was just before Bitcoin's first all-time high, and right around in this area was Bitcoin's actual all-time high. And Raven coin kind of died. It spiked and then it just never really recovered. So I'm kind of iffy on what it's going to do. And that's why I'm moving into right now. I was like, whoa, we've seen a spike here. Look at this. Awesome. So Raven coin actually went up to 7 cents. What am I in? Canadian or USD right now? I'm in US. Wow, it hit 7 cent USD. Nice. Is that real? Did it really spike? I didn't even know. I should have sold everything I had at that point. and bought in now. But anyway, yeah, so it hit 7 cents USD here. So I was like, wow, Ravencoin is doing something. What is going on? So it makes me believe, will it do something crazy again in the next bull run? Probably. But just like what we see by the chart, it spiked, then it never recovered. So if you see Ravencoin, not financial advice, start to rocket up, maybe try selling it. And then it's just going to dip back down. Then you can buy back in or something, but not financial advice. But I'm just saying, you know, judging the way a lot of these altcoins, Cadena as well as others, you know, they go for an initial huge markup and then they just kind of drop down. So keep those things in mind. If you see these things really going on a rip off and a tear, you might want to try to cash in some coins and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Ravencoin. Also, I'm not really a fan of any coin that's on the Kapow algorithm, especially for the way the network hash rates and everything are right now, where it's just, you know, the profitability is not there on top of, you know, using more power, and that's tougher, harder on your GPUs. And yeah, it's just rough times. I stay away from anything Kapow personally. Raven markets their assets as securities. That should say it. Oh, do they really? I was not aware of that. So Ravencoin, proof of work, advertising as a security. That's not a good sign whatsoever. So yeah, the future of Ravencoin is dead. Done. Sorry, guys. You remind Ravencoin, and Retro Mike has reminders from day one. Okay. What do we got here? Me, I don't buy what is it? Anything else than LTC and Solana. I'm officially done with mining. Are you? You're done mining everything? So you're all in on POS and everything now, huh? Oh, but you're buying LTC. That's good. Why don't you get it like a script miner? Get everything converted into LTC or something. You'll still make something. I'm mining a bit more Neoxa for a Neoxa master. Neoxa. Oh yeah, Neoxa. Now I haven't heard about Neoxa for a while. I'm getting that mixed up with Nexa now. How much is a Neoxa master? Let's find out. Let's go to Pecunia here. They got Neoxa in here, I wonder? Let's see if they got Neoxa. Oh, no, they got Neos coin. They don't got Neoxa. It might be added here, though. I'm not sure. Interesting. I think I just saw an egg coin. Did I see an egg coin in there when I was scrolling too? I don't know. Anyway, what else we got here? Any more questions, guys? Oh, oh yeah, never mind. We didn't check through this yet. So I want to do an update. Let's check out Crazy Pool again. Have any of you guys, have you guys been mining still? Did you guys try Crazy Pool? See if there's any, increased rewards and so on. Because I'm trying to get your guys' feedback on top of my own findings here. I believe Red Panda, he's checking this stuff out as well now. So I'm just going to do a refresh, see what it looks like. This is the ETC side. I'm just going to go to my rewards. So the past 24 hours so far has been 0.33. If you go to last month here, it will show you, previous days. So when I first started, it was 0.361, 0.361, 0.31, 0.36, 0.36. And today I'm working on this one. So, fairly decent here. 0.36, I think, is awesome for the ETC side. That's about $8.32 at the current price of 0.36. Another thing I really like about this is it's actually showing your epoch switches. So your next epoch is in 28 hours. If you're unfamiliar, this is huge for you guys that use Jazz miners because the Jazz miner actually reboots every epoch. So every 4.5, 5 days, you will probably notice your Jazz miners rebooting. It reloads the latest DAG size increase and stuff. So it's nice to know that in 28 hours, my Jazz miners will be rebooting here and updating. So now I'm going to go into the ZIL side of things. And this is where the major thing happens that we're looking at. So rewards. Past 24 hours, I'm hanging out at 32. That's from exactly 24 hours from now. But if we go into our days here, so when I first started, the first day was 22. And that was like, 3/4 of a day or something because I was already trying to pull off the other pools and stuff. So first full day, 36, then 41, then 38, and now we're working on this. So far, my lowest day is 36, which is over double than what I was getting on previous pools prior. 2 of them, to be exact. So, and it also tells me the next window is in 1 minute. So EaselMe used to have the next window available a long time, like a year or 2 ago, when Eth was still around. Maybe even before that is when they switched it, but I don't know. But I did ask him, I'm like, how come you guys don't have your ZIL window anymore? Because I was trying to figure out when's the next ZIL round. You just have to guess, or whatever happens. And they said, oh, it's too hard to predict. We removed it because it was too out of whack or something. And now all of a sudden, Crazy Pool does have these stats for us, and it seems to be pretty darn close. Now it looked like it'd be a 5-minute gap there. Didn't it just say it was in a couple minutes? Now it's 3 minutes ago. I don't even know. I have to look back. But regardless, we do have these stats here. That's awesome. And look at that. So I've been here for how many days? Last month. So I guess 1, 2, 3. Put these two together. 4 days. So in 4 days, I got 164 ZIL so far. It used to take me like a week to get to 100 or something. So yeah, crazy. I'm definitely noticing, like, I don't know, pool fees, all this stuff going on. All I know is that we miners, we want to go where the profit is. Crazy Pool is paying out a lot more ZIL than anybody else that I've tested. I still got a couple pools to test, but depending on the pools Panda's got going on, he might have the other ones covered. So then we can just get a general idea of all the pools, because I think he has Shard Pool and a couple other ones going right now as well. So we'll see what happens with his results. ETC had to be pumped by Antminer as corporate to keep their hardware relevant after the merge. Or ETC just might do, like, ETC has been gaining value constantly. It's been going up in price every year. So whether they're pumping it or not, who knows? So we'll see what happens. I think ETC could see, the 300 to 400 range in the next bull run. If it does, that'd be absolutely awesome. If it doesn't, it's probably going to at least hit close to its all-time high. It's seeing new all-time highs every cycle. So it has to hit at least 150 or something before. But I think it's going to go, a decent amount higher, especially as it's the original chain. There are people starting to build on it, and they are doing a lot of stuff on Twitter in the background. It's not, in the news or anything, but I have a good feeling about ETC. Yes, Pulsar on the website is bugged. It recently got updated to swap it over to Minotaur X and stuff. So it's slowly collecting, I guess, data over time until it finally pans things out. And there's still some tweaks going on. But yeah, Pulsar I think is bugged. Why is it like first place again at like $100 a day or something? Just kidding, not that high, but what's it at? Let's go CPU mining calculator. Engage. Let's take a look at the 7950X. We'll put in one of those bad boys. Load it up. Now Dero is actually 18.8. This is all on the default miner. 18.8. There we go. Power 11. Engage. Whoa. Panda Night is explode. What's going on? I gotta look this up. Panda Night. What's going on in Panda Night? Panda Night. Where's mining pool stats? Panda Night. If you're unfamiliar, Panda Night, that actually used to be Bamboo Coin, but now it's called Panda Night for some reason. I don't know why. What? No price explosion going on here. Hash rate drop or something? Maybe it's a hash rate dip. I don't know. Something interesting going on. 0.0288. 0.0295. 530. 0.02875. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, I don't know what's interesting, but it looks like it's decent. Unless, oh, I see what's going on now. I see what's going on. I was like, oh, how come Duro's not in first stuff? But this is why. Freaking Duro is pumping in hash rate again. It's almost at 400 mega hash. Oh, gee, yeah. So that makes sense. But still, even at 400 mega hash, this thing is still making 35 cents after power. After power. After power. Look at this. Ergo with free power is 25 cents. Flux with free power is, we can say 30 cents, 29 cents. Now at the halving on free power, Flux will only be giving you like 15 cents based on these current prices. If this was at 30, look at these coins, 33 cents. So these are all if you had free power. GPU mine with free power is less profitable than a CPU or a 7950X, at least after power. So that's kind of crazy to think about. And remember, I remember, Ethereum was going big, 3090s. There were days where a single, one single 3900X was making more than a 3090 on Ethereum. They're making like $14 to $15 a day for, it only lasted a week or something, but that's a mad bank. Now, if I had my 30 CPUs back then, that would have been insane. Absolutely insane. I think I only had 6 or something back then. But yeah, there are days, and that's what I expect these CPU explosions, unless everyone goes out there. Every GPU miner went out there, sold all their hardware, bought CPUs. Obviously, we'd be in the same boat. Now, if that happened, that means GPU mining probability would pick up because everyone sold off their stuff. So that's another good thing for people that don't do that. But, you know, regardless, a lot of people don't buy CPU rigs. So they say, one, it's hard to scale up. It may be expensive. You can build a rig for around $550 Canadian for 3900X stuff right now. So it's about the same price or less than some of the MSRP GPUs as well. And I feel their profitability is probably going to go up a lot higher than the GPUs will, just because there's too many GPUs out there. I find Flux more taxing on GPUs than Kapow. Really? What are your overclocks? Because I can't remember when I tested like a 3060 Ti, even a 3080. Like I had Flux down to only like 120 watts or something. Like not much power, less power than Ergo. I think I had my Flux GPUs running at. GPU rises and falls. Why CPU? That's true too. There's a lot more parts needed for a GPU as well, which you can kind of add in there. I'm just basing it off that, but then you start adding in, I guess, PCI Express cables and risers, and it's hard to say. Yeah, I guess it depends on your overclock. And I thought Flux was easier on GPUs than Ergo as well. I can get them down to less power than Ergo and maintain a decent hash rate still. Has anyone ever seen the news lately? No, what's going on? Which news? I do have some crypto news here. Let's see what's going on here. Crypto news, engage, open. RabidMining, what we got? Examining the holdings of 5 centralized exchanges. A look at Binance, OCO, Crypto.com, BitFnex, and Huobi. I don't know. Debt deflation warnings. Shibarium buzz. What is Shibarium? I've been hearing about that a little bit lately. Shibarium buzz sees SHIB rise. Okay. Ukraine's financial watchdog reports blocking Russian crypto exchanges. KN FinTech Core rises 3 million seeds. Dynet market. Solaris hacked by competitor. What? Darknet market. Solaris hacked by competitor. Interesting. I did not know Solaris got hacked. Binance Swift. There's the Swift thing right there with Binance and stuff. Remember, it's not just Binance. It's everything. Everything Swift is going to be for all exchanges, as far as I believe. Not just as everyone seems to be singling out Binance, but I think it's everybody. Genesis files for bankruptcy. FTX Explorer. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen too. You guys probably heard about that. Did we talk about it yesterday? FTX Explorer is a reboot. Who in their right mind, after the company, we have a new CEO, we're better now. No, stop it. Just don't do it. Stay away. I don't even know how that can even be a thing. How's that? Is that even? I don't know. Anyway, continuing on. U.S. home loan banks lent billions. Bitcoin due to new big rally as RSA copies 2018 bear market recovery. Oh, yeah. Going cashless, Norway. Yeah, speaking of that, like I said, I think in 2023 is going to be an average. I never really did the video yet on my predictions. I talked about live streams and I posted on Twitter, but 2023 average price will be a sideways year. This will be a full sideways year, but there will be, I don't know if it's going to happen in the middle, the beginning. We're seeing nice rises now, but the beginning, middle, or the end, because it seems in 2018, like that actually article just said that it's seeing 2018 recovery. So it happened actually early in the year. And then in 2019, 2013 I think might have been the one. 2014 happened at the end of the year, and 2018 might have been the one that happened at the beginning of the year. I can't remember. So maybe sometime in the middle, we will see a potential, we could see a 2 to 4x across Bitcoin price the way it is right now. So it could hit back up to, what's that right now? USD 22, is that right? Yeah, 22. So that seems so high though, but 22 times 3, for example, that's 66. That's pretty close to the all-time high, but 66K BTC this year, it seems like a stretch, but I think, there may be a time where sometime this year we see a quick 3 times peak we're obviously not going to end the year like that. It's not going to be that. I think the average, like I said, is going to be low like this. It's going to be a sideways year, but we're going to see sometime this year, there is going to be a big spike. Now, maybe it's going to happen soon. Maybe it's going to happen later. I don't know, but just keep an eye out for it. I feel that based on the previous cycles, it has happened in the following year following the first initial dump. So this has happened before. And I'm just guessing about a 3x. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's only 2.5. I don't know, but we will see a nice bump and then it'll crater back down. Now, remember what's going to happen at that point. Everyone's going to be saying bull run is in. This is happening. People are already saying the bull run's in. They're idiots. Just ignore them. There's no bull run happening this year. We're going to see a spike. That's it. It's going to dump back down. End of 2024 is when we're going to start leading into that next bull run, I feel. Next year, towards the end of it, we're going to start seeing some nice price gains. And then it's going to run into 2025 where we're going to see the all-time highs. That's how I feel the market is going to move based on how it's always done in the past. But I'm not a trader. I'm not an analyst. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So that's just me, not financial advice. It's like a spiral of NVIDIA's greed. It will never end. And 5,000 NVIDIA cards will be over $2,500. Yeah, probably. They just released an A6000. You guys in Discord, you might have seen that. I think T Swift posted. Do you see the was it A6000? It's a new workstation. So it's like the big daddy upgrade to the A2000. That's 48 gigabytes of VRAM. Has like an extra, 2,000 or 5,000 CUDA cores over the 4090. It's a beast. Absolute beast. But it's probably expensive. But yeah, they have a new workstation GPU and it's probably pretty dominant. Now with 48 gigabytes of RAM, you can probably load a few DAG files on that bad boy. Year after election year, this is always bullish. I bet 1 MBTC if bull market starts now. It won't. So yeah, there's not gonna be a bull market this year. We'll see nice pumps here and there, but we're not gonna be leading in no bull market. Interesting though that the RAM is DDR6 and not. Oh, is it? I didn't catch that part. It's only DDR6, not 6X. Maybe to keep it cool because it is that workstation blower style. So that does kind of suck. It's on the slower memory, and I don't know what the rumors are with the new one. What is it? DDR7? No, is it DDR7? I don't even know what it is. There's supposed to be a faster memory. Now, last rumor I heard it's supposed to be on like the 4090 Ti, which could be crazy thinking about it, but I don't know how that's going to do. So I don't know. It's speculation. It's not new. They're just now selling it via retailer instead of it only being. Oh, okay. That's what's going on. So it's new to people, the average consumer, but it's old to anybody that's big, rich corporations. in a way, pretty much what they do with the CMP cards, but then they never did release those to the public. GDR7, yeah, is it GDR7? Yeah, I thought that's what it was, but for some reason I thought they named it something else for some. I don't know, but there's supposed to be a lot faster memory now. I don't know how the cooling is going to work on that. I don't know how it's going to work. It might be in the 4090s, but at the same time, I don't know. I imagine they'll do a 4090. Maybe they're just going to hold up for the 5,000 series. Remember, like right when they dropped the 4090, even before they first released the 4090, AMD already said, we're done. Like, who cares about this gen? They already bypassed it before they even released their first GPU, saying, we're already focused and working on the 5,000 series. So that's why I expect this whole 4,000 generation, even though it's on better architecture and stuff, they are more efficient and a little bit better than the 3,000 series in terms of mining and stuff. But they're expensive because they're the new MSRP and stuff. But, you know, they already said this gen's a wash. They're working on their 5,000 series. So they better put out something pretty darn good. Now, depending on the markets at the time, will be how they're priced. Basically, if you want to make cash on NVIDIA GPU, take out the heavy fans and convert to blower style. You'll make profit. Yeah, well, yeah, as a GPU and a miner, like your biggest inefficiencies of GPU mining is literally the fans. The fans can use anywhere from 15 to 25 watts on a GPU alone. So, yeah, they're inefficient. So, good chat. Happy mining, guys. Catch you later. Good community. All right, Dr. Electronics, we'll catch you later. Thank you for showing up. What time is it? Oh, we have been here for a while. So maybe we'll take a last couple questions here. Okay, Rabid, I'm going to go play Skyrim. And I need to waste my 4 months on something, so I can't stand watching charts 24/7. All right, sounds good. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. But I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream 100%. So I will see you guys all on the next one. Rabid out.